I'll be telling you guys about the college experience and some things that I learned while being at UC Berkeley. Hello everyone, my name is Luna Escobar and I currently attend the #1 public university in the entire world. I currently go to UC Berkeley and I'm a sophomore, currently double majoring in economics and media studies. So the first thing is location. I currently live in SoCal and the distance to my university is 6 hours. I was in a completely new environment without my family and my friends that I knew. My first semester was pretty rough because I didn't know anyone there and I had to make new friends. And I know several other students who went through anxiety or depression due to the distance. When I moved away, I ended up living in a triple both my freshman year and now currently in my sophomore year. I know that you can pick your roommate through Instagram by searching up your college and the class that you're going to graduate from, and there you can find several different students. They upload bios and you can get to know them a little bit better. Another route that you can take that I did both years was random roommates. So I just filled out a form when I was filling out my housing application that had to do with things of how organized and clean I am, what time I get up in the morning, what time I go to sleep, and traits like these, so that way they can match you best to another student in the system. You end up finding a roommate around like 2 weeks before you're about to move in, and you're given their contact information so you can reach out to them and introduce yourself. And there's always other options. For example, I was in a residential hall, which is the on-campus housing, and there's several different buildings such as Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Clark Kerr, which is its own community, and Foothill, which is a hike away, and Blackwell, which is the newest dorm. And there's also on-campus apartments such as Anchor House, which is a new building for transfers, Channing and Bowditch, Martinez Commons, the Wada apartments. So there's several different plans and options to choose from, and if anything, you could always go off campus and find your own apartment. There is about 15,000 people entering in my freshman class, so there's so many people there that are experiencing the exact same thing as you are, being thrown into a completely new environment and making friends. Definitely take the first month or a couple of weeks to get to know new people, because this is when everyone is kind of formulating their groups, and the most extroverted anyone will be at Berkeley, because after that everyone just has their group of friends and they pretty much stay like that. Many of the STEM classes are pretty big here. I know we have a 19:1 faculty ratio, but many of the STEM classes such as chemistry and math have around 400 to 600 students, and it's one professor. So make sure you're sitting at the front of the class for these lectures, as you'll be more focused in class, as well as be willing to ask the professor any questions that you may have in class. And due to your relationship with the professor, you might even be able to ask for a letter of recommendation once you're done with the class. As I said, Berkeley is a pretty big school, so getting internships and opportunities is a must here. You need to know how to network, and many students do so by using LinkedIn. Although LinkedIn is very useful, a lot of internships and opportunities here are very competitive, as there's also many hardworking, talented, and academically inclined students at this university. So yeah, make sure you make these connections early on so that way you're able to secure an internship later on in the semester. Another thing is learning how to study and finding tutoring services. So Berkeley is known to be a very rigorous institution, so you need to know how to study. So you really need to be finding out the different studying techniques that helps you, as well as the locations that work best for you. For example, I work best in cafes, but I know people who work better in libraries. So making sure that you find the locations that work best for you in order to help you study efficiently. Also, finding tutoring services is a must at university. I know that the UC Berkeley has the SLC, which has a variety of different tutors in STEM subjects such as math, statistics, and chemistry. And especially in your freshman and sophomore year, you will be introduced into these weeder classes. These are known as your breadth or prerequisite classes for your major, and are intentionally made harder so more people drop the major, and there's more space for students who are truly dedicated to the major that they're studying for. So a lot of times professors will make exams, midterms, and the homework harder. A lot of them will make attendance mandatory. Even though you should be attending our classes, professors will be doing that. A great resource to find the best professors is Rate My Professor, as you're able to see the rating that other students give that professor. This is especially useful when there's a bunch of different professors teaching one topic and you want to choose the best professor that would help you best academically. Next, we'll move on to clubs and extracurriculars. Our main place to find out about clubs and extracurriculars is Sproul. So it's kind of like the walkway of going to the gate, and there a lot of clubs and a lot of tabling will happen in the beginning of the semesters. A lot of consulting clubs will be recruiting in other clubs. We also have a lot of mini thrifts, so there's a chance to go thrifting while you're on campus, which is really, really cool. And I picked up some really good thrifts while being on campus. However, a lot of consulting clubs are known to be harder to get into than the actual school, and you have to go through rounds of interviews, coffee chats, as well as submitting your resume to the club, which is actually pretty intense. And the social life of Berkeley. We have a football team. They recently won against Stanford, so now we have the Axe. There's also other big sports such as swimming and track, and there's also a chance for you to sign up for their intramural sports that are offered for students who want to do sports, but instead they're friendlies and they're against other student-made groups on campus. Berkeley has a lot of concerts, so we have the Greek Theater, which is not too far away from campus, and a lot of popular artists have played there, such as Faye Webster, Omar Apollo, Gracie Abrams, and Mitski. And there's also free concerts that are held at Sproul, where we've had artists such as Soulja Boy, Maria the Scientist, and Mike Sherm. The dining halls. We have 4 dining halls to choose from: Clark Kerr, Cafe 3, Foothill, and Crossroads. Here are my ratings for each of the dining halls. My biggest tip is just checking the menu before you go. Usually I don't have too much of a problem finding food that I like as long as I check the menu beforehand. Other than that, I don't think the food's too bad. I'll be making a video where I'll be trying all of these dining halls and giving you guys a tour of them. Make sure to watch out for the pomegranate chicken and the lamb though, because those are not good. However, I know with student meal plans, you are given $300 each semester to eat out outside restaurants and food, so this is not dining hall related, and there's many places to choose from. My favorites are Chipotle, Koji Kitchen, and for sweets, Insomnia and boba shops. The safety of the campus is always important. As for Berkeley, there are warn me's where they will email you on any incident that is happening on campus or around the campus area. In order for you to be updated on any situation, I always make sure that I carry a pepper spray with me just as a mode of self-defense. The gym at the universities are so important. Berkeley has the RSF, which is a 3-story gym that has a martial arts studio, rock climbing, basketball courts, volleyball courts, and several weightlifting rooms. If you're interested in UC Berkeley or college life in general, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I give you a better idea as to what the college experience and Berkeley experience looks like. Bye! See you guys in the next one.